Norco, California. Norco is a city in Riverside County, California, in the United States. According to city ordinances, the architecture of Norco shall reflect a desired Western theme, including qualities described as rural, informal, traditional, rustic, low profile, and equestrian oriented. As of the 2010 census, the city population was 27,063, up from 24,157 at the 2000 census. History. The city's name is a portmanteau of North Corona. It was named after the North Corona Land Company. Norco had its grand opening on Mother's Day, May 13, 1923. It was later incorporated as a city on December 28, 1964. Geography. Norco is located at 33°5525.4 and 117°3342.1 W/33.923722° and 117.561694° W/33.923722, -117.561694, 33.923729, 117.561695. According to the United States Census Bureau, the city has a total area of 14.3 square miles, 37 square kilometers, of which 14.0 square miles, 36 square kilometers, is land and 0.3 square miles, 0.78 square kilometers, or 2.22%, is water. Demographics. 2010. The 2010 United States Census reported that Norco had a population of 27,063. The population density was 1,895.4 people per square mile, 731.8/km superscript 2. The racial makeup of Norco was 20,641, 76.3%. White, 56.4%. Non-Hispanic white, 1,893, 7.0%. African American, 248, 0.9%. Native American, 844, 3.1%. Asian, 59, 0.2%. Pacific Islander, 2,514, 9.3%, from other races, and 864, 3.2%, from two or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 8,405 persons, 31.1%. The census reported that 22,666 people, 83.8% of the population, lived in households, 75, 0.3%, lived in non-institutionalized group quarters, and 4,322, 16.0%, were institutionalized. There were 7,023 households, out of which 2,831, 40.3%, had children under the age of 18 living in them, 4,353, 62.0%, were opposite-sex married couples living together, 777, 11.1%, had a female householder with no husband present, 453, 6.5%, had a male householder with no wife present. There were 354, 5.0%, unmarried opposite-sex partnerships, and 61, 0.9%, same-sex married couples or partnerships. 1,030 households, 14.7%, were made up of individuals, and 458, 6.5%, had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 3.23. There were 5,583 families, 79.5% of all households. The average family size was 3.53. The population was spread out with 5,488 people, 20.3%, under the age of 18, 2,798 people, 10.3%, aged 18 to 24, 7,854 people, 29.0%, aged 25 to 44, 8,303 people, 30.7%, aged 45 to 64, and 2,620 people, 9.7%, who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 39.5 years. For every 100 females, there were 136.8 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 146.7 males. There were 7,322 housing units at an average density of 512.8 per square mile, 198.0/km superscript 2, of which 5,702, 81.2%, were owner-occupied, and 1,321, 18.8%, were occupied by renters. The homeowner vacancy rate was 1.9%, the rental vacancy rate was 3.8%. 18,572 people, 68.6% of the population, lived in owner-occupied housing units and 4,094 people, 15.1%, lived in rental housing units. According to the 2010 United States Census, Norco had a median household income of $82,074, with 9.9% of the population living below the federal poverty line. 2000. As of the census of 2000, there were 24,157 people, 6,136 households, and 4,945 families residing in the city. The population density was 1,714.8 people per square mile, 662.0/km superscript 2. There were 6,277 housing units at an average density of 445.6 per square mile, 172.0/km superscript 2. The racial makeup of the city was 82.4% white, 6.1% African American, 0.8% Native American, 1.2% Asian, 0.1% Pacific Islander, 6.4% from other races, and 3.0% from two or more races. Hispanic or Latino of any race were 22.8% of the population. There were 6,136 households, out of which 37.7% had children under the age of 18 living with them, 64.7% were married couples living together, 10.4% had a female householder with no husband present, and 19.4% were non-families. 13.7% of all households were made up of individuals, and 4.5% had someone living alone who was 65 years of age or older. The average household size was 3.2 and the average family size was 3.4. In the city, the population was spread out with 22.4% under the age of 18, 8.8% from 18 to 24, 37.7% from 25 to 44, 24.5% from 45 to 64, and 6.6% who were 65 years of age or older. The median age was 36 years. For every 100 females, there were 128.4 males. For every 100 females age 18 and over, there were 137.6 males. The median income for a household in the city was $62,652, and the median income for a family was $66,204. Males had a median income of $41,599 versus $30,652 for females. The per capita income for the city was $20,710. About 3.3% of families and 5.3% of the population were below the poverty line, including 3.9% of those under age 18 and 2.2% of those age 65 or over. Economy. Major employers. According to the City of Norco, the major area employers are the Corona-Norco Unified School District with 5,216 employees, California Rehabilitation Center with 1,146 employees, and Naval Surface Warfare Center with 1,010 employees. Government. In 2003, Norco became a charter city, for the express purpose of protecting and preserving animal keeping rights. The charter was not extensive. It maintained all aspects of California's general law provisions except in 3 areas: horse trails, lot size, and animal keeping rights. To change any ordinances in Norco relating to those 3 topics requires a supermajority, 4/5, vote of the City Council. State and federal representation. In the California State Legislature, Norco is in the 31st Senate District, represented by Democrat Richard Roth, and in the 60th Assembly District, represented by Democrat Sabrina Cervantes. In the United States House of Representatives, Norco is in California's 42nd Congressional District, represented by Republican Ken Calvert. Democrats Dianne Feinstein and Kamala Harris represent California in the United States Senate. Infrastructure. Public safety. Norco contracts out for law enforcement services with the Riverside County Sheriff's Department through a regional station on Clark Avenue. The City of Norco contracts for fire and paramedic services with the Riverside County Fire Department through a cooperative agreement with CAL FIRE. Horse community. As a horse community, there are few sidewalks in the city of Norco. Instead there are horse trails, and riders can ride to town and tie their horses at the many hitching rails and corrals placed close to businesses. Many horse-related associations are a part of the city, including the Norco Horsemen's Association and the Norco Junior Horsemen's Association. Politics in Norco also are dominated by concerns about horses and animal keeping versus suburbanization, a battle that has played out over development in the Norco Hills. In that area, which borders eastern Corona and Riverside, an influx of Orange County commuters are buying homes for $500,000 and up that have few provisions for animal keeping. The original spirit of the town's incorporation was to promote city living in a rural atmosphere. In 2006, Norco began promoting itself as Horsetown USA and received a federal trademark. A large cement mural with this logo and reliefs of horses can be seen on the freeway near the I-15 southbound on-ramp at 6th St. The nickname can also be found on stickers and other promotional items sold around town. Norco is also the home of the Norco Animal Rescue Team, NART. NART was founded after the October 2003 wildfires that savaged San Bernardino County and San Diego County. During the fires, Norco citizens banded together to provide a place of refuge for horses and other animals being evacuated from the fire areas. In the aftermath of these fires, the community of Norco recognized a need for an organized group to assist in the evacuation of mainly large animals from floods, fires and other dangers. NART's main purpose is to rescue large animals, mainly horses, from dangerous situations such as being stranded in areas from which they cannot remove themselves, such as canyons or ravines, using the Anderson sling and a helicopter. Such major rescues have been accomplished twice, and NART has mobilized during every major fire that has hit Southern California since 2004. The largest event highlighting Norco's community and lifestyle is the annual Norco Fair, run by community volunteers. Tickets for the fair are in the form of colorful button pins. Each year a contest is held to design the button. Buttons are sold in the weeks before the fair by teenage girls competing to be the next Miss Norco. Buttons must be worn at all time by patrons of the fair or they risk being locked in jail by the fair's marshals. The Norco Fair runs over the Labor Day weekend, beginning on Thursday evening with the Miss Norco, Horsetown USA contest and continues until Monday, finishing with a Labor Day parade down 6th Street. Events included at the fair are the rodeo dance, calf dressing competition, pageants, exhibitions, cowboy poker, wild cow milking, snail races, talent show, pet parade, and family fun day. Norco's largest event center, George Ingalls Equestrian Event Center, hosts events such as the Norco Rodeo and Norco Fair. George Ingalls Equestrian Center has covered horse arenas and other amenities. The center is named after George Allen Ingalls, a Medal of Honor recipient. Norco Bank Robbery Shootout. In popular culture,